Hello again. Welcome back to Randomly Generated Conversations, the podcast where we take a random topic starter and see where the conversation goes from there. I'm Wesley Sellers. I'm here with my son, Bastian Sellers.
Hello.
And Mabel.
Hello.
My wife. This podcast is available on Amazon Music, Apple Podcast, as well as Spotify. And currently now available on YouTube. All right, so we're just going to jump in today. And the first topic is, when was the last time you went to the movie theater to watch a movie? Bastian.
October of this year. Me and a group of friends really wanted to go and see the FNAF movie. And we decided, you know what, we might as well go as a group. And we went to the movie theaters all together.
Well, explain what FNAF is.
Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
Okay. And you guys were scared and holding on to each other and screaming?
Not really. I mean, there is scary aspects in it, but not super scary. So I was able to watch it, being my first horror movie, technically horror movie, that I've seen. So.
Okay.
Yeah. When I left him, he was so excited to watch the Paw Patrol movie. And that movie was super terrifying, too.
No, I didn't watch that one. I want to watch the Five Nights at Freddy's one.
I know, but we made a joke because it was right by it, and we took a picture with you being excited for the Paw Patrol movie.
And the Five Nights at Freddy's
Right.
one, but like, yeah.
He's like telling his friends, I really want to go to this, but he's too scared, so really he bought tickets to the other one.
Yep.
You saw me buy the tickets, so,
I know, I bought the tickets for you.
See?
So,
We're just teasing you.
I think the last movie I saw in the theater was the same one that you saw in the theater too, Mabel. Not Five Nights at Freddy's, but Suzume, which is a anime, and it was only in a limited number of theaters, and we went with my brother and his wife, my niece, as well as a brother-in-law. So we went kind of as a family group to go see that.
Yep. That's the same day I went to see it.
We don't see a lot in the movies. This last year we did see a couple. We saw the Mario movie, as well as
D&D.
Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Oh, yeah. That's
The D&D movie. That one was pretty good.
I didn't want to go watch that because I don't like D&D, but it was actually pretty good.
Yeah, the movie was definitely good even for people that aren't fans of Dungeons and Dragons.
It's just random what happened, though. We were just getting out of school, I thought it was, or something like that. And you guys were like, okay, we need to go grab something. And then we're like, okay, we're going to go grab something. And we go. They pick us up. We go over to the movie theaters. And we're like, what is this about, my brother? Oh, wait, the D&D movie came out today. and then we went and watched it. So, yeah.
I liked it because I was worried when I knew they were making a D&D movie that it was going to be like, a very, try to make it action-packed or serious or whatever. I liked how they added a lot of humor into it.
It's like a bone. It was humorous.
Oh, my God.
Wow. Okay, so moving on from there. The next topic is cheese. I'm going to throw this one. That's why you're going to start this topic,
Yay.
Mabel. What are all your thoughts on cheese? Tell me all your thoughts on cheese.
Okay, so I can eat cheese. I can eat quesadillas. I can eat melted cheese, which is the type for quesadillas cheese.
You can eat mac and cheese.
I can eat mac and cheese. But I don't like to eat it like a block of cheese or even a square of cheese. If it's not melted, I don't eat it. Or by itself, at least. And also, I don't like stinky cheese. Well, I do like
You like feta.
Feta
You like feta on a salad.
on salad, yes. But other than that, eating feta by myself, like, just to eat it.
I don't think anybody just takes feta and eats it by itself, just popping it like popcorn.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure there's people that do. But then you like that brie cheese that...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I
Delicious.
cannot even
Brie is amazing.
smell it. Or, like, just thinking of the flavor, it reminds me of something super gross. I can't.
But that's a softer cheese, so it's almost like it's melted. So
No.
I mean, because you're okay with mac and cheese, with grilled
Or
cheese,
cream cheese.
with quesadillas. You like nacho cheese on stuff sometimes. Again, not by itself, but some nacho cheese with some nachos. So you just like the
Yeah,
soft
like,
runny
even
cheeses.
It's so weird because even the grated cheese,
Mm-hmm.
I don't eat it if it's not melted.
But if you're having a sandwich, you'll have Munster Havarti on your sandwich.
Yeah,
As long as it's not like
super
just
thick.
a Munster Havarti sandwich has to have meat or something else on it.
Yes.
I opened my ham sandwich and I saw a monster.
Okay.
I know when you leave your dishes in your room and you have a Munster under the bed.
Yeah. Anyway.
Bastion, cheese.
There's a quote from a show, and I've been using it a bunch. And it's from Wallace and Gromit. And the quote is, "Cheese, Gromit, I like cheese." I have had that quote forever, and I really like cheese, so brie cheese, any type of cheese. I think cheese is Gouda.
You
It's
did
so
not
cheesy.
like Gouda cheese, though.
No.
Cheese is Gouda, but I don't like Gouda. I like Gouda.
So-
You don't like Gouda.
So it's not too Gouda. But yeah, cheese.
Okay. So, on a scale of mommy, who likes very little bit of cheese, to box trolls, what's your thought on cheese? Where do you rate yourself?
Okay, that was very cheesy. I would rate myself somewhere between box.
Nobody can see your hand, Bastion.
Somewhere between, like, a little bit lower than box trolls.
Okay.
What about you? You come from a cheese family.
Yes, my mom is Dutch from the Netherlands, and she loves cheese, so I love cheese. Really, I don't know that there's many cheeses I don't like. I love brie. Brie and camembert, they're kind of similar. I like those. I like blue cheese. I like basically any type of cheese. Melted, by the block, by the cube, by the big cheese roll, whatever it is. I'm okay with it.
So, from a scale of mommy to box trolls, how are you?
I'm sitting on top of box trolls.
Even if you were allergic to the cheese, you would still eat cheese.
Right, even if I was allergic to it. Sometimes I think my stomach thinks I'm allergic to the cheese. It just tends to swell up. Anyway, moving away from cheese. What is the most beautiful place you have been to?
Not lately, but in general, right?
Yeah, in general, anytime. I think I've been to a lot of pretty places. Most of it is outdoors. A lot of it's in the mountains. I do remember when I was young and a youth, spending some time in Wyoming in just an open area and laying there at night. And as the campfires and everything went out, the night sky was just lit up with stars. And it was beautiful.
Nice. I remember when I was little. Well, not too little, probably like 15, 16 years old. I was gonna say the beach, but no. Everybody goes to the beach. But and I went to Veracruz, Mexico. And we went there to a waterfall, and it was beautiful waterfall. Like, you had to not hike, because I think there was a more like a paved path or whatever, like.
Okay. So it's still kind of hiking, but
Yeah.
walking along a paved
Yeah.
path, yeah.
But it was like this huge waterfall was smelling so good, and then after we went there, we went to a garden, and then it was closed. Well, it was open air, but like, how do you say, like fenced.
Okay.
And it had this musky smell, and it was so pretty, like all the big huge plants and stuff like that. And yeah, I wish I were there again, but I don't know if we ever go in there again, because I don't know where it was. I just know it was in Veracruz.
That'd be beautiful. I'd love to go there.
Yeah,
Need to
it's in
figure out where it is.
Jalapa, but I don't know what place.
I've never been there.
No.
So I'm between three pretty places I've been to. One was one time me and my cousin and his friend, we went camping over by my aunt's house. And it's nighttime, and we decided to go on a little walk to look at the stars. Oh my goodness, it was the most beautiful view I've ever seen. Another time was when we went to Flaming Gorge. Like, the beautifulness of, like, the water and, like, the rafting, everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
The rocks, the scenery, everything. It was pretty beautiful. Then, another time was Sunset Beach in California. We got pretty good photos there. We looked like we were holding the sun. It was just relaxing, very beautiful. I loved it.
And at the time we went there wasn't really many people along the beach,
Mm-mm.
so we were able to enjoy it without a lot of people, and to be able to take pictures and everything without it being crowded. So it kind of seemed like we were the only people there on the beach that well, it's kind of a
like
day, night, whatever, because it was as the sun was setting.
It felt like it was kind of private beach too, though,
Mm-hmm.
because it was with the houses were right by it, and we just went in, like, it was in the parking lot to the beach. It was more like a parking lot to a
There was a
shopping
sign
place.
saying that it was an open beach, so it wasn't designated private beach, but it wasn't easily accessible either.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it definitely was a pretty place too. So I'd probably add that onto my list. All right, so the final one. We started this with talking about theaters. We're going to end it talking about theaters. Do you prefer to watch movies at the theater or in the comfort of your own home?
In the comfort of my own home, because I can sleep. And I'm not cold. Like the theater that we've been to lately, it gets freezing. I had to bring a blanket.
I remember, what was it, when we went to go see Coco there
Yeah, we did see
in a theater. We brought blankets because of how cold
The
it was.
D&D movie.
Oh, we brought blankets to the D&D movie too. I
Because-
forgot about that. You went out to the car and grabbed them because I forgot.
I
that we
didn't
needed
have a blanket.
blankets.
I was just there by myself freezing.
Yeah, because we saw Coco. Then I'm like, okay, next time I'm bringing my blanket. And then I brought my blanket. Well, no, we forgot it, but we had some in the car.
Mhm.
I'm like, I'm stealing this. I don't know. What about you guys?
And then we brought them to the Mario movie too, right?
Oh,
because it was the
yeah,
same
that's
theater.
True, that's true. Uh-huh.
Watching Susume wasn't cold.
Because it wasn't the same theater.
It wasn't the same theater. It's just that cold theater there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice.
You do tend to fall asleep a lot in movies. I have known that. So a lot of times it takes us 2 or 3 watchings to get through a movie. But the problem is when we go to start it again the next day, you've forgotten what you watched the day before.
That's true.
Bastion, what's your preference?
So if I'm with my friends, I would say theater, because you'd go with your friends, and sometimes, like, one time I had a couple friends over here. We watched a couple movies that we wanted to watch. But with friends, I'd usually say theater, due to it's like you can meet up there a little bit before, you guys can talk for a little while, then go into the theater, and like when you're with a group of friends, you usually have that like friend group mentality.
Mm-hmm.
So you will laugh a little more with the jokes. Your friends influence you a little more with like the laughing and everything like that. It's just, yeah, theaters, friends, family, I would say at theaters too, but like depending if it's like a movie we really want to go watch at theaters. If not, I'd say most definitely at home, because then if the movie's like going to be on a streaming service that we can watch, then because a lot of movies will come out on different streaming services that you can get early access and stuff like that. I think it's easier doing that than going to a theater and watching it there, because you permanently own the movie if you buy it on the streaming service. If you like buy it on there, you permanently own the movie. In the theaters, you buy a ticket that's a little more sometimes different places a little more expensive than the actual movie buying it on the streaming service. So it's easier to just go and watch it at home than go to the theaters.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, I like the at home too, because even though, unless, like you said, we really, really want to watch the movie, then it will be fun in the theaters. Okay, let's go. But other than that, we can wait for it, and we can all watch it for the same price as one ticket in the movies.
Right? Yeah, with 6 of us, we could buy, 3 or 4 movies for the price of going to the theater once. And that's without adding in all the popcorn and drinks and everything else.
Yep.
I guess the pros and cons are at a theater, like you said, with friends and stuff, where the laughter and everything feeds into it. Not just with friends, everybody there in the theater. As people are laughing, it kind of adds to the immersion, and that's kind of fun.
It's like going to the gym. If you do exercise at your house, it's like takes forever. But if you do the exercise with a friend or going out with all the people that are exercising, then it's a little bit more fun.
I think with the gym there, that's true. Unless you go to a gym where you don't know anybody and you're just intimidated by a lot of the people around there, and you're afraid to push yourself because you don't want to look like a weakling in front of all the other gym people there. But working out with friends and stuff, definitely. Another pro about watching it at home is, it's nice and warmer, but bathroom breaks. You have a pause button. You don't have a pause button there in the theater. So by the time you get to the theater, half hour, 15 minutes early, get seated, you finish most of your popcorn before the movie starts, and you finished your drink, halfway into the movie, you have to go bathroom. So either suffer through the pain until the end of the movie because you don't want to miss anything, or you go and then try to have somebody fill you in, but while they're filling you in, you're missing more of the movie. And
Yeah.
How to Train Your Dragon 2. I needed to go really bad. I could even stand up. We eventually went, and I missed a chunk of the movie because I really needed to go. Then by the time I came back, like, I didn't even understand what was going on, but I had to try to fill in potholes, basically, and just fill them up, and figure it out, so.
And wait until it came out so you could watch it again.
Right. That's the nice thing is being able to pause so you could go bathroom, being able to go back if you didn't quite catch something. You have the rewind button. So there's a lot of benefits of watching it at home because of that. But you miss out on the interaction with everybody there at the theater, especially if it's a big film where some people will dress up, like you guys dressed up for Five Nights at Freddy's. Stuff like that gives you that immersion, which really becomes fun.
And you had people yelling little Five Nights at Freddy's memes at random parts of the show. And you had everybody cheering at the end of the movie, but I'm not going to say why. Because people that haven't seen it yet. But you'll see.
Well, the first time I heard clapping at a movie was when we went to go see Your Name. Milo and I went to go see Your Name in the theater. We watched it, and at the end, people were standing up and clapping in the movie. It was the first time I've ever seen people clapping at a movie, and it was awesome. That was a very immersive experience being there, too. But all in all, I think my preference is at home. I don't like having to pay for everyone to go to the theater. I like being able to buy the movie, buy some popcorn. We're good there at the house. I don't like having to take them out to use the restroom if they need to. And now it's not just my bladder I have to worry about. I have to worry about all my kids' bladders as well. So I'm like, slow down on the drinking. We still have, an hour left of the movie, right? So those are the things that make me really enjoy watching movies at home.
I had another pro on that, too.
Okay.
You can see how long the movie is. Because at a movie theater, you can be like, oh, I have another hour. I can go use the restroom, this and that. Time you come back, the movie's over. And it's like, wait.
And everybody's
How?
crying, that was the best ending ever.
Yeah. I've heard times where I've had friends tell me different things where they're like, oh my goodness, this game or this movie had the best ending ever. Me, who's been trying to beat the game for like the past whenever. Me, who's been trying to watch the show for the past whenever. It's crazy.
As long as they don't give you spoilers right there. Yeah, especially the part where this happened. And you're like, okay, never mind.
I'm done.
I'm done. I guess I don't need to go see it for myself now. Anyway, we appreciate you joining us for this podcast. Go find some good holiday movies or other movies to watch at this time.
Buy popcorn.
Buy some popcorn. Grab a blanket. Cuddle up in your house. And
Also whenever.
exactly. Don't let your bladder burst. Don't be afraid to drink as much water as you want, because you can pause it and you could go to the bathroom. Have a happy holidays. Bye.
Bye.